Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Allah said in Holy Quran, Surah Rahman, ayat number 46. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Waliman khafa maqama rabbihi jannatan. And the person who is having the fear of Allah while standing before Allah, so that person will get to paradise. So it means the fear of Allah is blessings of Allah. It makes us away from all types of bad things, evil practices. It concentrates us towards doing good things which are under the circle of Quran and Sunnah. And that is very important for us. This time, the people in the world, they are under another fear of small thing which is invisible. We can't see that one with our eye. And that is virus. And people are under the fear of it. Even the people who were the topmost in the world, who were thinking that they will rule the whole world, and they have no capability to fight with this living thing for which our eye is unable to see. This is the blessings of Allah. This is the power of Allah. So when Allah wants, Allah can do everything. Even a small invisible thing that can make so much work which is not possible from the whole world. This is the power of Allah. We must have fear of Allah. This time the people, they are divided into two. One group of the people, they have fear of this virus. And other group of people, they are fear of Allah. But they are a little. So we try to include ourselves with having the fear of Allah. Because in Surah Al Imran, Allah said that the people, when Allah was mentioning about the battle of Uhud, Allah said the people who were sitting in the houses, they are not going to fight in the battlefield. If they expect that they will die there, they are in false attitude. Because the death time is written for them. And the place of death is also written. So they will die at that time when the time will come, and they will be at the place which is written. They will be there. They will die there. So if our death is written with this virus, no problem. We will die it. We will die. But if our death is not written, then no problem. We are happy, alhamdulillah, with having fear of Allah. We must do all activities according to Islam. We should have fear of Allah. That is very important for us. And fear of this living thing which is minute, very small, the virus. How is possible the people of the world, they are under it, and they are trying to make them in a protective covering of their house. They made their house as a jail, as a prison, and they are there now. But their protection, you can see many people, even they are under protection and they have this disease. Who save us? Allah. So this way we must be connected to Allah. We have to make more connection with Allah. So we try to do Tawbah Astaghfar, and whatever we have done sinful act till now, we have to request before Allah, please forgive all types of sinful things what we have done. and then we try to be good person in our life, to do everything according to commands of Allah, according to Quran and Sunnah. So you can see at the time of Bani Israel, when Musa alayhi salam left this world, and Bani Israel prophet was Yusha bin Nun alayhi salam. So Allah said that time, because Yusha alayhi salam, so he was the brave person. He strengthened Bani Israel people to fight against the enemy, and he occupied Baitul Muqaddas also, and he occupied Egypt and Syria also. So he was the best person, best prophet of Allah also. And when they were fighting, they were going on the way, and Allah said to them that you have to enter in the city. When you are just to enter in the city, you must prostrate, you must bow down in sajda and say hittatun. It means say for forgiveness. So Allah said, I will forgive all of the sins of your people and I will give you more reward. So this is mentioned in Surah Baqarah, ayat number 58. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذ قلنا ادخلوا هذه القرية فكلوا منها حيث شئتم رغدا وادخلوا الباب سجدا وقولوا حطة نغفر لكم خطاياكم وسنزيد المحسنين. So Allah said, وإذ قلنا ادخلوا, and when we said to them that enter هذه القرية, in this city, in this town, فَكُلُوا minha, and you have to eat and drink from there, حَيْثُ شِئْتُمْ, from anywhere in that city, رَغَدًا, as much as you can. وَادْخُلُوا الْبَابَ, and when you enter through the door, سُجَّدًا, then you must prostrate, you go into sajda. وَقُولُوا hittatun, and say hittatun, it means request for forgiveness. نغفر لكم خطاياكم, then we will forgive all of your sins. وسنزيد المحسنين, and we also give the rewards to the good doers. So this was the special message when the army of Yusha bin Nun alayhi salam, when they were near to the city, and the people of that city, they understood, they knew that the Yusha bin Nun alayhi salam and his army is coming. They left their place, the whole city, the people have gone away, and the whole city, houses and everything was there, but the people were not there because they left already. So when Yusha bin Nun and his people, when they entered there, and Allah said to them that they have to bow down into sajda and request for forgiveness. And some people they have done also with Yusha bin Nun, and mostly the people they have not done it. And they changed the word of what Allah said, hittatun, they changed the word also. And the way to enter was not with sajda. So the entrance in through the door to that city was not according to the teachings, according to the command of Allah. So this disobeyed. So they became disobedient. So as a result, what happened to them? So they fell into ill through the epidemic disease of plague, and about 70,000 people they died. And that disease was also spread through the virus, and that was also this coronavirus. But in this coronavirus there is the strain, the DNA is different, but that was different. So those people, they died also with the plague, and 70,000 people, they have died because of disobedience. What was the disobedience? So that was only when Allah said, when you enter to the door of that city, you have to prostrate, you have to bow down and to sajda, and then request Allah for forgiveness. They have not done. The entering of that door was not like in sajda. They have done some other way, and they read some other word which was not commanded by Allah. So this way they suffered into the punishment in the form of plague, and 70,000 people, they died. So this verse of Holy Quran gives us a message that those people, they disobeyed one command of Allah, and they suffered into plague, the pandemic, epidemic disease, and they suffered. 70,000 were killed with that. But now we have to look after ourselves. How many sinful acts we are doing? Look at the people of Nuh alayhi salam. So those people, they were also drinking alcohol. They were having the dancing clubs also that time, and they were worshipping the idols, and also they were worshipping their own desires, and they were doing sexual evils and so many other things which were outside the teachings of Islam, and through Nuh alayhi salam, and they were not having the difference of halal and haram. So the people, they suffered. Look, these type of things are now in our society of the Muslims throughout the world. Look at the Muslims now. They are also drinking alcohol. Even you just look now, some people who are sitting in their houses, some of the Muslims, they are still drinking alcohol because they say we are in depressed situation. So they are using that. And even they are watching TV with entertainment and different things. You are looking, they have no any fear of Allah. So just they are trying to spend the time through entertainment of different things. Still people, they are like that. Even you can see the other people who were in nation of Ad, that is coming in Holy Quran, and those people, they were proud, having proudness and arrogance and so much things. And now the people, they have now this type of evil people they have. Even the people of Samud, they were disobedient to Allah, and now the people, they are also disobedient. People of Lut alayhi salam, they were also having so many indecent and sexual evils, and people you can see in Muslims, this is also there. And people of Shoaib alayhi salam, they were also having problem in transaction of business, and they were left amana, and they were showing something and giving something other. It means they show sample different, but the selling the things, those were commodities, were different. So even so many things which were before, if you look the Bani Israel, they have done lot of disobedience, and you can see every act of that is visible in us now. So this is the situation. We have to look through in ourselves, assess ourselves, make a list of all types of evils, bad things, what we have done or we are doing. So we have to eradicate those one. We have to get rid of those things from our life to make it under the circle of Islam, so that we should be good people before Allah. This is the need of the time. And many people, you can see, still they are following those people who made partner with Allah. So how is possible you think now any person who is making partner of Allah, so Allah will be happy with them? The Christian, they also make, they accept that Isa alayhi salam is their Allah, astaghfirullah, nauzubillah. But we people, we are Muslim, we believe that Isa alayhi salam was the Prophet of Allah. And so this way they make the partnership with Allah, and the custom and traditions of those people, if the Muslims, they are trying to adopt, and the way of life, the lifestyle of the Muslims is totally towards those people who are making partnership with Allah. So how is possible that Allah will be happy with them? Allah is angry. Keep in mind, Allah is angry now. This way, this is azab of Allah to the people, and only the Muslims who are good Muslim, having fear of Allah, if they will die in it, so having patience and having fear of Allah and doing all things good, they will get the reward according to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam hadith, the shahada. Like if they die, they will be died as a martyr, but not all. So this way, we have to look at now ourselves and request Allah for forgiveness. That is very important. Even you can see, which I found from Ibn Kasir, at the time of 478 Hijrah, in Syria, Iraq and Hijaz, there was plague also. And at the time, that was the time of Abbasid. So the Abbasi Khalifa, he was that time in ruling, and that time what happened, this was so much plague, it killed so many people, and people were under suffering of heavy fever, and many animals, they died. So there was shortage of milk and meat also. And even Allah's punishment was more, that the hot wind was blowing there like a storm, and that was so strong that the trees, they were uprooted, and so much problems for those people at that time. So what happened then? That Abbasi Khalifa, he said, he ordered the people that you have to bow down before Allah, request Allah for forgiveness, and do tawbah astaghfar. Then try to make your life under the circle of Islam, and don't cross it. And then whatever the good things you do, you have to tell that one to the others, and tell the people others to stop from the sins, and Amar bil Maruf or Nahi anil Munkar. They have done it. And then that time, the instruments of entertainment, of music and all other things, those were broken down, and the bottles of the alcohol, they were broken down, and alcohol was thrown away, and the people who were bad, who were disobedient to Allah, and who were bad in the society, and they were sent outside the country, and automatically, with the passage of time, when the people's situation became better, and the disease, this pandemic or epidemic disease, the plague, that finished. Now is the time to look after ourselves, assess ourselves, and look at in us what type of things are against the teachings of Islam. If we have something against Islam, we have to request Allah for forgiveness, and then inshallah, then Allah will forgive, and hopefully if all the people will be requesting Allah, then inshallah Allah's mercies will fall, and this punishment will finish. Otherwise, this punishment will continue if you are still doing what you are doing, and you are only saying, tell us a dua which will save us, and you are not praying 5 times a day, you are not doing anything according to Islam, and you are trying to read only dua. Dua will not do anything. You have to do everything. First of all, you have to perform all the compulsory act and essential act and sunnah of Islam. Then you have to look after that the rights towards others, like your human rights, like which are upon you. You have to look about that. And if you have done something wrong, you go to those people, return. If you have done in the monetary term or in terms of something, you have to return what you have grasped from them, and then you have to bow down before Allah, do tawbah, astaghfar. Then is possible the rights towards Allah, rights towards human being, very important. Look after them also, and be good person, and you have to look that we are just to believe in fate also. آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله تعالى والباس بعد الموت. So it means qadr is from Allah. So this is qadr. If it is written for us to die in this situation, in this disease, no problem, welcome, because we will get the reward as a martyr. But if we are just ignoring the teachings of Islam, and even we have so many blessings of Allah and we are not thankful to Allah, so that is also a problem. So we must be thankful to Allah whatever Allah has given us, and we try to do more, because when someone give you some gift, you become thankful to that person. And it mean thankful mean whatever compulsory act upon you, you have to do something more, like a nafal, something that should be like a reward as a thank to Allah. So we have to do it, then we will get the reward from Allah, and Allah will be happy with us. We try to make Allah happy as much as we can do, and that is very important now. And otherwise the situation which is vulnerable, and that will be worse with the passage of time. So we have to look after ourselves, don't take it light, and be a good Muslim, good person. Leave all types of fashions, traditions, or lifestyle that is coming to you from the Western people or from other people, and you have to take all types of those things which are according to Islam and adopt the lifestyle of Islam. So then inshallah Allah's blessings will fall upon you. Otherwise, man tashabbaha qawma fahuwa minhum, and if you will follow them, and you will be with them, and then this is a punishment then. And so this will be a test and will be a reward if you will bow down before Allah and request Allah for forgiveness. Inshallah, Allah's help will come us, Allah's mercies will be upon us, and we will be saved, inshallah. Allah gave us tawfiq to do everything under the circle of Islam, so that we can be in a position to make Allah happy. Ameen.